Greetings and beyond the new. My name is Omni. It is nice to see. Well, yeah, sorry, I'm being a goober. Anywho, this is part 2. Sorry, had to do something real quick. If you heard that, my apologies. And excuse me. Sorry. Now, let's get into part 2, where we last left off. And turns out the one who saved Izumi from falling is Ochaka Uraka. And now, it is time. Yes, for those of you who haven't seen my other 2 videos, or at least my part 0, yes, Uraka is the ship for Izumi. And if you didn't know, she is a lesbian. And Izumi, as well as the other guardians, are lesbian hermaphrodites. With that quick recap, let's get into part 3 of What If Witch was in My Hero Academia slash My Witch Hero Academia. Sorry, I'm doing multiple things at once. I'm playing Pokemon Shield right now. I just want to play it. Anywho, okay, after Ochaka helps out Izumi, they look into each other's eyes, and a spark is felt between them. They both blush. Izumi gets up and then says thank you, and then Uraka says, no problem. Yeah, thanks for helping me. Hey, Izumi, shouts her teammates. And that's when Mina comes in and says, ooh, looks like this is the start of something new. Ooh, and with that implied, Deku, or Izumi, if you prefer, as well as Ochaka, blush something fierce. Ears with with faces red as a tomato. Oh, with a backtrack. With a that is in front of the sun becoming glistening red tomatoes. Deku? Yes, this is then interrupted by Katsumi. What are you doing here, and what are your lousy second-rate teammates doing here? Hey, you girl, you better not get anywhere near those five wastes of space. Ace, you'll get loser or germs. Ugh. Why don't you shut up, Bakugo? Telling me what to do? Oh, hey, Deku? And then, just before Bakugo tries to explode Deku, that's when her teammates, sorry, and dogpile onto Katsumi with Shoka leading because even though she Shoka knows how much of a tea Katsumi is, she still has a bit of a crush on her. Yes, I'm going to say that. She just finds her fiery personality more appealing than her mother's more frigid personality. And yes, if you haven't seen my part zero, his mom is the hero in this. She has a powerful ice quirk. Her hero name is Shodena Shidayuki, based off of Rukia Zanpakuto's name. Anywho, let's get. Then, after they dogpile on Katsumi, she says, "Hey, you damn extras, get off me!" And then that's when All Might appears and says, "What seems to be the trouble?" Then Uraka, to the best of our knowledge, explains what's happening, and All Might applauds the young Midoriya's teammates, that they helped out their friend, but they still should have called a teacher. Sure. And and then everyone also notices that All Might's there, and then a short lecture for Katsumi for attempting to use her quirk on a fellow applicant says, "Young lady, do that again, and I will be calling your parents. And from what I've seen, I assume you have quite the anger management issues. Who's I will be recommending your parents take you to a therapist. All Might Sensei, I'm sorry. Bakugo, she's already gone through anger management courses ever since she was like in grade school, and she still hasn't changed. There's nothing really psychologically wrong with her, but if you think so, then I'm sure Aunt Mitsuki and Uncle, sorry, I forgot Bakugo's dad's name. Aim for this. I don't even think I even hear what his name is in the anime. Anywho, that's not important to me right now. Okay. Okay then, young Midoriya, young Ida, young Bakugo, young Ashida, young Itsuka, and alright, you youngsters, let's go. Oh, now. Oh, and then just when they were about to leave, all the other students start surrounding All Might. They let the 7 girls go. And All Might gives everyone his signature smile, and then start giving autographs. And then he said, Tell Aizawa and Vlad King I will be a little late for your tell the teachers I'll be a little late, okay? Now. And then 10 minutes later, they are in the conference hall. That's when President Mike says, "Hey ho, all you listeners! Name's President Mike. Nice to meet you." And then everyone says from the team, "Yay, it's President Mike. He is so cool, and that voice is so awesome." Now, the seating arrangements will be in canon, except the witch team from Izumi's seat. The left of her will still be Katsumi, while on the right of her are her teammates. And this, incarnation of Tenya Ida, who is, like I said, also a female lesbian hermaphrodite, will not be raising her hand, but instead, Katsumi will make a stink about it. Alright, then after the explanation is done, and she starts saying, "Hey, you damn voiceover you didn't explain the last robot. Oh, sorry, listeners. I was pausing for dramatic effect." Then Katsumi does a hand palm on her face, and then she sits back down. Yes, the anger management and soon to be the therapy will greatly influence this Katsumi. Now, then President Mike's explanation of the 0-pointer. Then, now, it usually takes students 2 hours at the max to finish the written exam. But I will say since so Shoka had hired a tutor for everyone individually, and they're both they're all gonna be tied for first place in the written test, while Katsumi will be everyone else's will be what they had in canon. And then another 10 minutes later, they start piling on the bus. Now, in canon, the witch team would have been separated, but they will be in the same battle area as Izumi. But Bakugo will not be in there. She will be in the fight area in canon. Also, to make sure, I'm going to say 4 other random students will be where that was in the arena with Midoriya will be in the in the canon places of the other wait. Wait, no. Three background characters will be shifted to where the canon Shoka, and the other three, which teammates were in canon. Okay? That is when, and they start. Then Izumi notices that Uraraka's nervous. She tells her teammates that she's going to be helping out the girl who saved her because she seems nervous. Then her teammates also follow her. Izumi says to Uraraka, "Don't worry. Alright, there's nothing to fear. These aren't real villains. They're just robots, basically giant toys, or robot toys for Titans, especially the largest Titans." And yes, I'm referencing referencing Attack on Titan. So, just as long as you keep your surroundings in check, there's no need to fear. Then, in a strange body movement, Izumi grabs Uraraka. Then she starts blushing again, as red as a tomato, with a background of the sun, making it glisten. Then Izumi realizes what she's done, and goes into the same mode. And then all of her teammates say, "Ooh." And then in her head, Mina says, "Oh, I totally shipped them." Yes, I'm going to be making this Mina a ship fanatic. Well, not really quite a fanatic, but she just loves a good ship or romantic pairing as well. Anywho, then after that, Izumi apologizes profusely. Then the gate starts opening up, and then she says to everyone, especially Uraraka, "Cover your eyes." And then she says, "Guardians, unite!" A flash, they all cover their eyes, then the flash subsides, and then they all see them transformed and start flying. Uraraka, looking at how Izumi looks in her guardian outfit, starts wondering, "Wow, so sexy. Maybe she's like me, and oh man, we just met. I can't be thinking about getting her as a girlfriend. I mean, she's way prettier than me. She's out of my league." And then the Guardians, except for, Midoriya, overhear this, and they said it in unison in their mind, along with, with their basic and advanced teachers, say, "Really? Really? It's obvious Izumi has a thing for you." While Izumi didn't hear this, her basic and advanced teachers did. And they, even though they realized Izumi didn't hear what Uraraka said, they facepalmed at how oblivious Izumi can be. Yup, I'm making each current guardians, the younger sisters, and in a sense, while their basic and advanced teachers are like their older sisters. While they are a lot older than the current guardians, both basic and advanced, but still. Had to just wanted to say it's anywho. Then 10 minutes later, oh, and excuse me if you heard that. And, and excuse me just in general. Now, this will be a 5-minute time gap. And each guardian in that 5-minute time gap, they've each destroyed 23 pointers, 15 2-pointers, and let's see, 10 1-pointers. So take a 3-pointer, multiply it by 20, you get 23. And you can do the other calculations for yourselves. And then after that, Principal Nezu and all the other teachers say, "Wow, that fledgling hero team All Might's been talking about sure are doing something very incredible." And this is when Nezu smiles his smile when he's training the class 1A in cannon, and then he unveils the button and then presses it, bringing out the 0-pointer. The Guardians had just each taken out 5 more robots. Each took out 1 3-pointer, 2 2-pointers, and 2 1-pointers. Now, this will be when the earth starts to shake, and they hear a crowd stampeding, heading to the gate. They fly out of the way, then they all notice the 0-pointer. Then, as they were about to go and make sure everyone else was safe. Oh, and if it hasn't been said, over the 10 months of training and studying that they did, All Might also gave Izumi a 1 for all. Yes, if you haven't seen part 0, I'm giving Izumi not only Guardian powers, but 1 for all. Anywho, this is the time. Then Izumi senses Uraraka's in distress, and without thinking or even telling her teammates that someone's in trouble and we need to save her, she just flies off, and bada bing, bada boom, she sees Uraraka trapped under rubble. Then we cut to a scene where Izumi gets there and Uraraka's about to be crushed by the 0-pointer. Then at this time, after the 10 months of training and the Guardian powers, let's see, Izumi will be able to do 30% of 1 for all without hurting herself, 35% if she overdoes it. And then she says, Kandrakar or Thunder Cannon, combining her her lightning based attack, excuse me again, ooh, two more times, aims with one for all at 35%, and and then basically annihilating the 0 pointer. Then she taxes her body even more by lifting up the rubble and then taking Uraraka to the nurse's office. And then she notices that her teammates are giving her, the look of, it seems you finally found your other half, Izumi. Then, with those looks, the Izumi and Uraraka both blush heavily, because they know those looks. Most people will get those looks if they perceive love. Then Recovery Girl comes on the scene, and Izumi takes Uraraka to Recovery Girl. Sorry. And this is where then we do a 5-minute time skip. And okay. Hey. Now, I'm going to be doing this. The Guardians as a team and individually, they've each tied for first place, while Bakugo is in second place, and everyone else is in their canon place, except for the first and second placers. Anywho, this is, and then, so, a total for the Guardians, individually, they each did it. They each broke All Might's record, counting their hero points. Yes. Now, Principal Nezu then announces all the people that were in the area that the Guardians were in would be given a second chance at the practical part of the entrance exam. Then the entrance exam second arc is gone through. Then the Guardians start heading home. And by this time, of course, they de-transformed, but I just felt like saying it. Anywho, now we cut to where the Guardians were just about to exit the school. That's when Uraraka yells, "Hey, wait! I want to thank you, Izumi-kun, for saving me." Then Uraraka realizes she's that suffix and blushes, and so does Izumi. And Mina comes out and saying, "Oh, will the two of you just go out already? Eddie, you're perfect for each other. And you're both too because you're both too dense to realize the other's feelings." Then the other Guardians, except for, Midoriya, all do face palm. Then they go back. Izumi and Uraraka go back into their glistening tomato mode. Oh, then they both say in unison, "Yeah, I guess we can do that. Are you okay?" And they both said in unison, "All this and beyond, are you okay with this?" And then they both said, "Yes." Sorry, needed to do something real quick. Anywho, this is, then Katsumi walks in. Hey, I wouldn't date that that loser. Or if I were you, you're better off dating someone like me. Then, then as Uraraka turns and is about to say something, that's when Midoriya area shocks Katsumi. He just like Pikachu shocks T-Rockets, Jesse, James, and Meowth, and occasionally Butch and Cassidy, and she is then burnt to a crisp, but not dead, of course. Like I said, shocking her like Pikachu does for T-Rocket members. There's especially the main three that we first see, and their more competent counterparts, of course. And any Pokemon that are more competent in counterparts, or whatever Pokemon they have. Anywho, this is when Izumi takes Uraraka's hand and then takes her away to talk more privately. Then the other Guardians drag Katsumi to the nurse's office, and then they catch up, only to eavesdrop. But Izumi and Uraraka had already talked. A quick little flashback. I'm sorry about Bakugo. She can be a real T. Oh yeah, I can see why. I mean, you're so strong and cool. I mean, are you sure you're okay with me? You're out of my league. No way, you're out of my league, Izumi says. They would both blush, and they would start dating right then and there. Then they start making out with tongue. Yes, I'm saying that. And that's when, just around the time where the Guardians show up, and Mina has hearts in her eyes saying, yes, now all I need to do is get my own lover and help you guys get your own ideal lovers. And yes, that's what I'm going. Then the others Guardians that aren't making out or pleased by this all blush. Hush. And now we go to, let's see. Okay, we skip a week. They all get their entrance letter. They all get their acceptance letters, and they were all at a sleepover at Shoka's house. Thankfully, her mother was not around, because they were already very close to transforming and then beating the ever-living crud out of Shoka's mom. Now, this, after they've had their acceptance letters the next day, because that's when their sleepover started, then they all go by, well, limousine to the well, UA. Then as they drive up, they all come out, and Uraraka says, "Hi, hey, my little strength lightning bug. Oh, my gravity queen." And they both hug each other, but first Uraraka hugs Izumi from behind, then Izumi turns around, and they hug and make out, just for a few seconds. Then, of course, that's when also Grape Rush, I forget his real name, and let's see, oh yeah, now I remember. And Kaminari, the lightning user, both are thinking, oh man, some girl on girl action so early in the morning. I gotta save this to memory. Then that's when Shoka uses her powers to scorch them, like Charmander blasting the main Team Rocket trio. Like when he first learned it, and when Damien tried to have him come back with him, even though he abandoned Charmander. Anywho, who then they all go in. They all the Guardians, along with everyone on here, along with everyone else there, go to their classroom. Then Katsumi, before Aizawa reveals himself, he is woken up by Katsumi saying, "What the heck's going on? Where the heck is our teacher?" Or in the loudest scream that she can do, this is what it sounds like. "Where's our teacher?" Her. Like that, but a lot more shrill. Ill. More like Buford's mom screaming at the top of her lungs. And yes, I'm referencing Phineas and Ferb characters. I reference any characters that I feel like, okay? Don't judge me. Whether it be from anime movies, or kid cartoons, or grade school kid cartoons, or just Adult Swim cartoons, okay? Now, let's get back into the video. Then that's when Aizawa shows himself and decides Katsumi, the other Guardians, and Uraraka were already in their seats. They were shocked to see a yellow giant caterpillar pop out and then shed its skin to reveal a human. And then Izumi recognizes Aizawa, saying, "Oh yes, our teacher's Eraserhead." Now, if you guys haven't seen my part 0, the Earth Guardian being, let's see. Okay. Kendo will be in Class 1B, while all the they will still be, because Von King made a stink about, hey, you don't get so many of those Guardians. I gotta at least get one. And okay, so Izumi, Ima, Shoka, and Mina are all in Class 1A, while Kendo is in Class 1B. Now then, this is where it gets interesting. And they all sit down, and then Aizawa says, "It took you so and so amount of time to get." I'm gonna say a minute, actually, to get seated and pay attention. We're gonna have to work on that. Now, this is where it gets interesting, to be more precise. Now then, we'll be going to a quirk assessment and test. Then Uraraka raises her hand and says, "What about orientation?" We true heroes don't need that unnecessary that unnecessary bother. There, it's more important that we get started with training, meaning than go to some stupid meeting and very pointless meeting, if you ask me. Well, for hero, of course, students. Anywho, get change. Come on, Uraka. Let's go get let's go get change. Okay, then we cut to where they're about to enter the dressing room. Boys, girls, and then on then a special changing room for hermaphrodites. All the guardians, and yes, this will be a combined with Class 1B, are shocked to see that the five ones that tied and broke All Might's record are all going into the hermaphrodites changing room. Actually, you know what? The hermaphrodite changing room is going to be in between the male and female changing rooms. Okay? And Grape Rush and Denki are having spit takes, and then Izumi says, "Well, I was going to tell you eventually, but yes, me and my friends here are all hermaphrodites, and we're only interested in dating girls. Oh, and we can already tell that there are two perverts. So if you try peeking on me and my teammates, you will regret it. Not only will I tell the principal, and if you try to do it again, I will castrate you. And if you even try to make a perverted passes at my girlfriend, then that will definitely earn you a crucifixion. Got it?" Then that's when all the boys always say, "Okay, while while the electric user and Grape Rush go 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 pale, and their the color part of their eyes go all voided out. Their eyes go all voided out, I should say. Anywho, for those of you who don't know, that's called a I forget. Anywho, you can look it up yourself. Now, let's get back into the video. Now, like always, he's Mineta. I just heard his name, Peeps. And not only is he shocked to see how developed they are with their bust and hip, and how 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 close to an hourglass figure they all have. That he's also shocked to see the sizes of their male bits. And I will be saying and I won't be saying any specifics on that. I will just let you, the viewers, think of, but it will be cartoonishly big. I will tell you that. And that they all have equal height, width, length. Oh, and how many rounds they can go in bed. Which is, let's see, 20 times. but it always takes at least 5 minutes before. No, wait, no, 10 minutes actually with each round for them to blow. Anywho, let's get back into the video. Now, all the Guardians will come out first because they're just wearing their ordinary street clothes that have been reinforced with a medal that I created it in my mind, mentally, in other words, called Quasasium Infinionite. Right. It can be any color, but each of their elements, the Quasasium Infinionite, will be their color. So Izumi's street clothes will be reinforced with blue, lightning blue. Shoka's will be fire red. Mina's will be blue, water blue. Ima's, who is Ingenium's little sister, you know who I mean. He's the best friend in canon that Deku has. Anywho, like I said, watch part 0 at least, because it explains my world building. Okay, and let's see. Oh, Kendo's will be, let's see, greenish brown, colored. To be more specific, leaf greenish with earth brown coloring. Rings mixed together in half and half amounts. So it's half leaf green and half earth brown. Okay. Now let's get okay. In all the tests, they don't transform at all. They just use their base stats. That's as long with their quirk. Irk. And all the Guardians tie for first place among the two classmates. And then in canon, then of course they all get second place in the ball throw, obviously. Because they've all trained, because all the Guardians also in 10 months obviously trained with Izumi, who was training with All Might. Right. Now then, we skip ahead to the next day. I just don't feel like including Aizawa's little spiel in this. Okay. Well, we skip to the next event, which is the lunchroom incident. And now, nothing really changes except the Guardians will be eating lunch together. Then when the stampede starts, Mina is squished. Her face gets squished into Sue's bosom. Shoka gets squished into Katsumi's bosom. Let's see. And Kendo gets squished into. Man, I forgot the name. Oh yeah, Karumi's bosom, and they all blush crazy. Easy, easy, easy. They're in their glimmering red tomato form. Anywho, this is when Ima and Izumi and Uraka see that it's just a press. Then being psychically linked to all of her teammates, they try to ask which one is the closest to the to the to the to the entrance, and they're all pretty far away. The closest would have to be Shoka. Now, and this is where Shoka starts firing fire out of her mouth to calm everyone down, which also causes the sprinklers to go off. They all complain about it, but then that's when Izumi shouts out, "Hey everyone, it's just stinking press. It's not a villain attack. Just come look out the window for yourselves." Then all that drama goes out. The Guardians go to the gate, where all the teachers, including Nezu and Recovery Girl, are there. And the Heart of Kandrakar are that they each the Heart of Kandrakar reacts and shows everyone there, the Guardians, the teachers, Nezu, and Recovery Girl, a vision of what happened. Then the next event then we skip to the next event. Now we go to, let's see, what was it? Oh yeah. Okay, we skip right ahead to when they all get their oh wait, no, they already got their costumes. My bad. Anywho, we skip right to where they get the permission slips to go to the USJ. Now, this is where I'm going to be saying Izumi's mom is out of town visiting an old friend who is a girl, and no, Izumi's mother is not a lesbian. The friend that Izumi's mom is meeting up with are both girls. They're neither one of them are lesbians. They've just been. It was like Izumi's mom, Mitsuki, and this girl, which I will be naming Kami from Kami Hydra, which I will be the name Hydra. I just felt like, but translated into Japanese, you can go to English to or whatever language you speak fluently. fluently into Japanese, and then say whatever, and then say, or just say English into Japanese, and ask, hi, how do you say Hydra in Japanese, or to make it simpler. Anywho, just go Google search and bada bing, bada boom. It should give, or if you want to be more accurate, you could always, well, anywho, that's as accurate as I usually do it, to translate any words from English to another language. Anywho, let's get back to the video. Oh yeah, they were like the three female musketeers back in their high school days. No, ever since grade school to middle to college. Because, well, actually to high school, because in this one, this Kami is a pro hero, and she's on vacation. She's actually going to be the this is actually going to be the let's see, let's see. Well, she's going to be the 100th ranked hero of Japan. Okay? I don't know how many heroes there actually are. I just felt like going with the 100th rank hero from 1 to 100. Anywho, let's get back into the video. Okay. Now, the reason being, let's see. And her quirk is known as Serenity. She basically can exude a chemical perfectly made to mellow out even the most evilest villains. Of course, it won't work on villains such as All for One. Okay. And yes, I'm going to be doing this. Uraraka's parents already know all about the whole their daughter dating a female lesbian hermaphrodite, and they're fine with it, just as long as it's true love. Then, after she gets home, she hears from Mina, who's rocking the boat as usual, texting her saying, "Hey, where are you?" "Oh, I'm at home." "Well, why don't you go out with Izumi? Her mom's out of town for a week." "What? She never told me about that." "Oh, don't worry. Her mom already signed her permission slip. I'd go and keep her company. And I don't mean that in a wholesome way." Then Uraraka blesses, and then she tells her parents that she's going to be going over to spend the night over at a friend's house. They agree to it, and she already also brought her permission slip as well. Then when she gets to Izumi's, She is wearing Izumi was just about ready for bed, and she will be wearing a, let's see, lightning blue, transparent, let's see, uh, transparent, man, lingerie, right? And this is where then they both blush even harder than usual in their glistening tomato mode. Anywho, then they both go inside. Izumi offers Uraraka her bedroom while she sleeps on the couch. And Uraraka, after seeing her how she wears her pajamas, she says she'll take the couch, and then she can still go into her own room. They they both say no. You should get the room, and they go on like this for a minute, and then let's see. Oh yeah, then they both cave in, saying, "All right, if." Izumi says, "All right, fine. We can just sleep in the same room then." And then Uraraka gets ready for bed, comes into Izumi's room as she's about to fall asleep. They both see each other and how attracted they are in their pajamas. Oh, and for Uraraka's pajamas, it will be a full body pajama that makes her look like her favorite hero, which is 13. Uraraka thinks in her head, I can't believe this. We're not even married. And Izumi says, she looks so cute. Then they both are laying down in bed, but they can't sleep. And then an hour later, they start doing it. Slowly, they start making out, undress each other. They start grasping each other's chests, and then that's when and and well, I'll leave the rest up to your imagination. They go like that for, let's see, 3 hours. Then they fall asleep out of exhaustion. Next day, he comes out, and we skip right to them getting on the bus. And Mina comments to everyone, saying, "Hey, I think two of our classmates in the hero course have climbed the ladder to adulthood already." And then Kaminari and, well, man, I just remembered his name, Great Rush, start having massive nosebleeds that look like four geysers, two on, oh yeah, Mineta, and two on Denki, for each of their noses. They quickly call Recovery Girl. She gives them a pack of blood for their blood types. Vlad King uses his quirk to no wait, uses an item to quickly clean up all the blood, They go to the USJ, and that's when the Guardians start sensing an evil presence. They get off the bus and say, "Everyone, get back on the bus." Izumi then says, "Aizawa-sensei, there are villains in there." "Izumi, what are you talking about? I can sense, me and my team can sense them. There's no way we could not sense such evil energy and such sadness. Evil energy I get, but sadness? Are you kidding me?" Then Aizawa and 13 open the door. Then a black portal opens up underneath everyone, transporting them right into the USJ. Then the doors get slammed shut. A barricade is also made by the grunts, because I'm making it to where All Might will be incapacitated, but I did because he did his usual thing and overstressed his hero form. Well, actually, if you guys didn't watch part 1, but he still overexerted himself that he needed a break. So he called Night Eye in, and then Night Eye had a quick vision about the USJ and warned everyone to warned all the teachers and some of and all of his sidekicks that were at his agency to mobilize and quickly get to the USJ. Meanwhile, after the barricade had been finished, I will say one of the grunts has a welding quirk, turning all the parts of the barricade into mush, making the barricade more reinforced. And then another grunt with an air conditioning quirk blasts the maximum cold air that they can manage to quickly cool down the now heated up melted barricade. Then another one with an elemental reinforcement quirk. Reinforces the now cooled down barricade as much as they can. And now this is then afterwards, thanks to the Heart of Kandrakar, they managed not to. Kurogiri was unable to scatter them. Then that's when the Guardians start charging ahead. "Students, stop!" 13 would say. And then Shoka would say, "Don't worry, we can handle this." Then in their non-transformed states, they start beating up all the grunts. Everyone is shocked to see how well they're doing. Especially 13 and Eraserhead. Then Kurogiri suggests to Tomura, "We should get more reinforcements, Master." "Yes, bring out the Nomu." "But All Might hasn't." "No! I want to see how these 5 stack up against it. Instead, think of it as a final test run. Besides, I want to see that damn symbol of peace. You see that he was too slow Oh, to save 5 young heroes. I want to revel in his depression. And besides, those 5 girls irritate me. I just get that feeling from them. Yes, master. Then, and Carter Gary brings out the Nomu. Then, Nomu, Omu each plants a fist in each of the Guardians' guts, scattering them. Then they all see the Nomu, and they had already just finished taking out the rest of the grunts, and say, "Man, what the heck is that?" Don't know. Oh, Kendo. But it's not important right now. And then the Heart of Kanjakar reveals to what it is, and they all are disgusted and shocked. And they all get 5 tick marks on each of their foreheads. Then Midoriya, in an angry tone, saying, "Guardians, unite!" They all transform and start rushing at the Omu. That's when... Hold on, water break. Okay, I'm back. Now, let's get into the fight. They all circle around him like you see in Mickey Mouse cartoons after someone gets whacked upside the head. Those little birds that come out flying around Mickey Mouse or another character from Mickey Mouse. Anywho, and they all each start firing their elemental attacks infused with their quirks. For Midoriya, it's let's see. What I said earlier. For Ima's, it is Wind Speed Strike, Wind Speed Cannon. For Mina, it is Acidic Ocean Current. And for Shoka, it's Magical Flame Cannon. For, let's see. Let's see. Oh, and yes. Kurumi will become into the hero course, and she will become in Class 1B, replacing Monoma in this. Yes, because I just don't like Monoma. I hate Monoma, actually. He's a real eel nub. If you don't know what that is, then I suggest you look it up. Anywho, they all start firing their individual attacks, and they're all shocked to see it regenerate so fast. Then an opening Then Nomu finds an opening in their formation and starts charging at the other students. And they all say, "Don't you dare hurt our friends, especially my girlfriend." Then Tomura is intrigued by this. "Nomu, bring me that fool's girlfriend. And, or you know what? Kill all the girls." All the girls scream. The guys try to protect them. And then Izumi uses her elemental attack point blank in the Nomu's gut and sends it flying a meter away. No, wait. Actually, back into the water of the shipwreck zone. Then it comes out of the water fully regenerated. And then Tomura says, "Nomu, stop fooling around. End them." And that's when Kodagiri tries to open up a portal again, and only for Ima to see and use her engine and wings to blitz him with a front axe kick. Using a regular kick with reciprocal burst, being called winged burst. And yes, it will still be known as reciprocal burst when Ima is not transformed in her guardian form. Now, this knockbacks Kodagiri because Ima also ends up hitting his neck brace, stunning him. And then Tomura tries to use to grab Ima. Then an acid blast Tomura, melting his clothes a little, saving Ima from his decay quirk. Then Ima goes right back into formation. So does Izumi. And then all the Guardians sense that Izumi is beyond angry. She has hatred, but still has some remorse for the Nomu, but no remorse for Tomura. But then the Heart of Kendrickar informs the Guardians that it's not his fault. He was basically brainwashed. This lessens her hatred, but not much. Like from 100% hatred to like 99.5% hatred. And of course her hatred will lessen the more she learns about Tomura. And this is where, we start to. Then this is where the heroes try to break down the barricade. Nomu, there's no time. Kill at least one of those damn women. Nomu charges, let's see. At Kendo, she uses earth manipulation magic to basically create a sand trap, and then uses her version of sand burial, but the Nomu quickly breaks out of it. Then the Guardians use their combined elemental attack, which is Breath of the 5 Elemental Dragons. They'll breathe out their element out of their mouths. So basically, like a combined attack of lightning dragon, fire, water, earth, and I know that doesn't exist in Fairy Tale. And wind, or sky dragon if you prefer, combined breath attack. And yes, I'm talking about Fairy Tale. Anywho, let's get back to the video. They all managed to incapacitate to Nomu. Its regeneration had slowed considerably. Then All Might appears after he broke down the barricade and says his line, "I am here." Here. Rushes the Nomu and suplex it, like in canon. The Nomu tries to go after his injury, but to its and Tomura's and even Kodagiri's shock does not affect him. Then the Nomu tries to give him a new injury because it's still in a violent attack mode. That's when Izumi punches, uppercuts it off of All Might. Then, showing concern for her beloved, Uraka ushers. Then Tomura says, so that's your girlfriend. Nomu, kill that brown-haired girl. It just finished healing and then rushes Uraraka. And then in a burst of speed, not even All Might could reach, not even in his prime, basically looking like super speed from Dragon Ball Z. Izumi blocks using surprisingly 40% one for all, because now she has reached, at straining herself, 40, and without straining herself, 35% of one for all. Izumi grabs Nomu's hands, pushes it back, but then the Nomu tries pushing back, and then Tomura says, "Break that girl's hands." It does so, and it causes Ima, Shoka, Kendo, and Mina to say, "Izumi, watch out!" But it's too late. Her hands get crushed. She roars out a scream of pain. And in that moment, the Nomu throws her away, a meter away, and it's about to kill Uraraka. Then something happens. Izumi's hands return back to normal, like how Orihime will reject the outcome of an injury from bleach. Anywho, then her bloodlust starts pouring out. Everyone feels it, and then as she starts flying back to the Nomu, she bridal style carries Uraraka out of the way, back to the others, and then gets in front of the Nomu and then punches the Nomu, but the Nomu grabs her head, bringing her along with it, and then as the Nomu is about to crush Izumi's skull, she starts to transform. A blue lightning glow starts appearing over her body. Then she slowly transforms into a blue lightning dragon again, and it will be based on an Eastern dragon, which means no wings, but can create flame clouds. If you've read or seen in the Wano arc of One Piece. And there also will be electric blue lightning, electric blue flame clouds being the color and what they actually are. Although for this one, yeah, I'm just gonna do it like that. Anywho, after then the light fades and they're all shocked to see what Izumi has done. Well, except for the Guardians and All Might to a degree. And then Izumi says, "Don't worry, it's just me. This is just another part of my quirk." Then she roars a primordial, roar. Causes Mineta and Kaminari to soil themselves, both with liquid and physical stuff, of course. And then Izumi rushes at Nomu, coiling around it like a constrictor snake, then lifting it up in the air, and then squeezing it like you're trying to make a fresh glass of freshly squeezed orange juice without a juicer. Anywho, now we go into quick water break. Then, as she's about to crush the Nomu bites her, which causes her to release the Nomu. Then, in a fit of rage, starts charging a breath attack. But it will be called Quintessence Ray! Quintessence Blast! Disintegrating the Nomu completely. Then a portal opens up, which Kodagiri then drags Tomura and says, and before he goes through the portal, Kodagiri would say, "This is all for now. We will be back, and we will be stronger." "No fair!" Tomura would say. "You cheater! You cheater, 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 cheater! You must have hack the system. And then they both vanish, and the USJ incident is resolved. Then Izumi transforms back into a regular Guardian form. Then all the Guardians transforms into their base forms, and all the students and all the teachers there crowd Izumi and the Guardians, saying, "You can transform. Can you all transform into dragons? If so, oh, that is so cool!" Oh, and then they all say in unison. All the crowd says in unison, "Please help us get stronger." And then the Guardians all have a sweat drop, and they say, "Okay, but just know the training is going to be grueling." Hold on. Actually, never mind. Anywho, this is where we go to a new location. The villain's hideout. Hackers. I can't believe I met hackers. 5 of them of all things. But Master, there's no guarantee. No! I'm sure those other 4 girls can transform as well. All 5 of them are damn hackers. I can't believe it. Ah! Even I'm supposed to be the main character, not those 5. Then a screen pops up. "Do not worry, my apprentice. We just underestimated the new students." As we then cut to an behind on the other side of the screen with All For One and the professor. But tell me more about what happened. Then we skip ahead to, let's see. When Class 1B would have been introduced in canon, all the other our students would be crowding around them, asking them questions. And yes, I'm skipping over the whole them being trying to be interviewed by the reporters, because I just find it annoying and tedious, if you ask me. And this then they all gave all the Guardians gave out the necessary amount of information without revealing too much. The Heart of Kandrakar are had called forth the 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 Council of Kandrakar, as well as all the leaders of all the other realms besides the except for the Earth realm. And I will be saying this. Of course, in Meridian territory, this will be a direct descendant of of uh, of um of I forget her name, but the best friend of the witch member. That's the Earth Witch. Okay, this is how we're going to do it now. Let's see. Oh yeah. Now then, let's see. Okay. Then they are told about the sports festival. Now, the witch team will be competing as well, but they will not be using their guardian powers. Wars. And then the day the the day before the sports festival begins, that's when Izumi's mom will come home and will say, "Thank goodness, my baby girl didn't get hurt because of those nasty villains. Mom, it's okay. I'm fine. Don't worry." "Oh, honey, I don't want to lose you." And then she starts crying waterfall, all tears out of both eyes. "It's okay, Mom. You know me and my friends are strong. And you know I would never, ever, leave you and my now girlfriend." "Yes, I know. And she's a wonderful girl from what you've told me. Told me. Yeah. Um, we... Mina had actually done something to make us take the next level up in our relationship." "Oh, I see. So, will I be expecting grandchildren? Children, children soon then? And before that, marriage?" "Yes, of course, Mom. I already told her if if she had gotten pregnant from it, then I would have then I would take responsibility and make her my wife. Wife. She was so happy about it. She's already told her parents as well. And, well, so I invited them here because oh, they should be here soon. Ding dong. Doorbell rings. Baraka and her parents come in. They have a celebration. And then time skip to the start of the sports festival. And then this one in the audience, Baraka's mom and dad, as well as Izumi's mom, will be in attendance, along with the other Guardians family members. There's except, of course, for Shoka's dad in this, since he is in the mental hospital. Like I said, watch part 0. It explains how I built my world. Okay. Now then. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Not too many things change in the sports festival. They actually go as in canon. Except, let's see. Instead of the Vine Girl taking one of the spots, that's it will actually be Kendo. And Kendo will be uh, will be facing off against and 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 her love interest, which means Izumi will be facing off against Mineta, or wait, no, I mean against whoever the Vine Girl faced off against in canon. Now, so I guess you and your teammates really are powerful. Must be nice to have a awesome quirk like that. Like, especially that whole transformation part. Must be nice to be part of a team and teammates who won't look down on you because of your quirk. Stop talking. You have no idea how far what we had to do to get this strong. Then bada bing bada boom, she gets brainwashed. And Kurumi says, walk outside the ring. As she was about to, that's when her basic and advanced teachers stop her by saying, no, snap out of it, in unison. She is awakened, and Kurumi says, how? How is that even possible? How? How did you break brainwashing? And as she was, then Kendo starts charging Kurumi. Kurumi braced herself, but then Kendo gives her a hug, saying, it's okay. You've had it rough. You don't have to worry. You have much potential. So. I've convinced Mr. Aizawa to help train you, but I'll also be training you as well. What? Kurumi would say. And then, oh, and one more thing. Kurumi, was it? I don't know that you know this, but I have a crush on you. Everyone is shocked, especially Kurumi. Then Kendo says, to me, you're my other half. And then she kisses her on the lips, shocking everyone, causing Kurumi to faint. And Kendo carries her out of the ring bridal style. And then Midnight says, and yes, I'm skipping over the whole race and obstacle course thing. I mean the obstacle course race. And just so you know, in canon, except for the Guardians, they will all be tied for first place, each getting 1 million, and they each have each Guardian will be leader of their own racing team, team, and they will be including all the other in-canon characters that came that are in canon and then make it to the final round. Okay? Just specifying. Now, this is where it gets interesting. We skip right to all the fights go in canon, except Izumi beats Katsumi because she had also already defeated Shoka and is crowned and the winner. Second place being a tie. Second place being Shoka and a tie. No, and Bakugo being number 3. No, wait, reverse that. Katsumi is second place. No, wait, no. Actually, Katsumi will be third place and Shoko will be second place. Yes. Then after that, the Guardians' families and future families will, well, actually, basically, all Principal Nezu will throw a party for all the students and their families. After the party, they all return home. Then the next day, all of their introduction letters have been met, and Ima, after the tournament, has already been informed that Tensei has been crippled. It was before the party, so they were a little late to the party. Actually, Ima and her family didn't go at all. And the Guardians sensed something was wrong. They both confronted Ima, knowing that she would want revenge. And they told her, "Don't kill the person who crippled your brother. Just bring him to justice. At least let us help you." Let go to Hosu, so he can get the credit for it. But you can fight him, okay? Just don't kill him. And we'll be there to help you out if you need us. And in canon, they all go to their canon, and in place where they go after the sports festival, and then a time skip. They all meet up in Hosu City. Ima had already transformed because she had met up with Stain. Well, actually, yeah. She had transformed into her guardian form, and the others her teammates had sensed this, transformed as well, because they can all individually transform, because, well, just watch my part 0 on this. It's because, like I said, it explains the world building. Now, then they all start running to assist their friend, and just so you know, All Might is helping out Gran Torino, with Izumi's training by being a sparring partner for her. And this is then the other Guardians, All Might, and as well as Gran Torino are finally arrived, and then the Guardians dogpiled on, except for Ima, because she was about to be stabbed. Then the rest of the Guardians dogpiled onto Stain, but then kicking him away, and each using both of their feet, and their max leg strength. Even Izumi, who now without straining herself can go up to 45%, meaning her straining herself, she can go to 50%. Now then, this is where we start the fight. Ima is backed up by her friends. And then, in a moment of hesitation, Stain grabs, Native, and is about to stab him through his skull when Ima uses Wind Burst, or Reciprocal Burst, Wing Burst, which is Reciprocal Burst in her Guardian form, to knock Stain away from Native. Then Ima tosses Native to her teammates. They catch her. They catch Native. Sorry, brain toot. Then Ima was about to be stabbed when Izumi, he uses 50% of One for All to send to uppercut Stain. Then, after he falls back down to the ground, and Ima says, Thanks, Izumi. No problem, Ima. Then All Might comes in, finishes off Stain. So, All Might, you work with these children now? No, I'm just helping them out. They might not get the credit, but I will. Then you should consider yourself, not to give extra punishment to that one Speed girl. She is not a true hero. Then Izumi says, You don't know her. At least we convinced her not to try to kill you. Instead, and to just bring you to justice. Justice, eh? What do you know about justice? This corrupted society where being a hero is nothing more than a job. I know getting paid for doing heroics might be a good idea, but that just led to heroes becoming glorified salary people. That's all they are now. Heroes don't need fame or fortune. They should be heroes just so they could save lives. If they really want fame and fortune that badly, then they should instead use their quirks, irks, and other lines of work, not heroes. Only true heroes should become heroes. While I can agree with you on that, murdering innocent people is not the way. Then young Izumi, that's enough. But All Might. Then Stain lunges at Izumi, and he's about to connect with his blade to Izumi's stomach. Izumi says quintessence, and shocks Stain, making him unconscious. All Might puts the cuffs on Stain. They drag him out, and all the other guardians heroes that they're accompanying arrive and say, "Oh my, what's going on?" They all notice Stain is unconscious and chains. And just when everything seems okay, a Anomu blindsides Izumi, injuring her wings and taking flight with her. Then Stain wakes up and saves Izumi, but falls to the ground along with Izumi. But she cushions the fall with 30% of One for All on her legs. Now we do a time skip where we go get back into the classroom, and this is where I'm going to be leaving it off. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe because it helps out my it it just helps out a lot, okay? Even though I'm not making these videos for the subscribers or for the for the thumbs up, I'm just doing it for me and just give my own spin on things. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed part 2 of What If Which was in My Hero Academia / My Witch Hero Academia, and have a wonderful rest of your day, or whenever you see this. Bye.